It's now my pleasure to ask Dean Daniel Jutras to say a few words. Dean Jutras.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, it is with great pride and gratitude that I stand this morning to pay tribute to the class of 2011. A month ago, as exams were winding down, I came to my office in the morning to find little scraps of paper like these in my mail. On each one was inscribed a few words of thanks. Some were signed, others were anonymous, but each one of them warmed my heart. Somehow, a group of students had gone through the trouble of organizing a campaign of gratitude within the Faculty of Law, printing unpretentious little thank you cards, and spreading them around like seeds of goodwill and decency. In this thoughtful and transformative act lies the spirit of the class of 2011. Depuis que je suis devenu doyen de la faculté, il y aura bientôt 2 ans, j'ai répété à maintes reprises que le plus grand trésor de la faculté réside dans le corps étudiant, dans l'extraordinaire groupe d'hommes et de femmes qui se joignent à nous chaque année. You're sitting here today wearing identical gowns, hoods, and mortars. The Convocation ritual melts your distinct identities into a shared belonging to the McGill community. But in this faculty, identity never means identical. This faculty embraces uncertainty, cherishes the hybrid and the plural. The plurality of identities and aspirations that you brought here, that we now each carry within ourselves, the civil, the common, the Aboriginal, the queer, the not queer, the French, the English, the local, the transnational, the Montreal, the Hong Kong, the not-for-profit and the high roller, the absolutely certain and the completely mixed up. We wear this plurality of identities and aspirations as a badge of honor. We welcome you to the faculty not as diamonds in the rough or as shapeless beings begging to be reassembled, but as unique, gifted, and optimistic individuals. We welcomed you to the faculty as a chorus of complex and distinctive voices, the product of all that you are and of all that you have been given by your families and friends present here today. The soul that each of you brought to McGill a few years ago is still intact. We, your professors, we have seen that soul in the classrooms and the hallways of Chancellor Day Hall, on the streets of Montreal, and in overheated meeting rooms of an NGO in Uganda. Nous avons vu votre âme sur la scène de Skit Night et au 3e étage de la bibliothèque Naum Gelber. Nous avons roulé avec vous au Christie Bike Ride et partagé avec vous la folie du Quid Navi. Nous avons célébré avec vous au conseil de faculté et mangé avec vous le club sandwich de Matteo. We've seen you in the different lives you lived at McGill. We've seen you write as gifted scholars, teach one another as reciprocal mentors, and reach out to the community as responsible citizens. We have heard you move effortlessly from French to English and back, et parfois dans la même phrase. We've seen you struggle with moral dilemmas and stand on your feet to passionately defend the unlikely. We have learned from you at every encounter. We have seen you outraged, elated, compassionate, insightful, and yes, mildly intoxicated too. We've seen you checking footnotes, editing law journals, studying through the night, and Facebooking in our classes. We've seen you worry about your future, juggle too many commitments, and fall back on your feet every time. In all this, you were alive, awake, and unique. You did the unexpected. You dared to be just a little weird. Ce nez de clown m'a été offert par des étudiants de la promotion 2011. Il porte une charge symbolique très importante. Il me rappelle chaque jour les vertus de l'autodérision, de l'humilité, du respect des différences, de la compassion et de l'inattendu. C'est l'un des objets les plus précieux que je possède. To me, this red nose is the legacy of the class of 2011. And so today we celebrate your graduation with the hope that you will be awake, alive, compassionate, and most of all, different. We hope you will dare to do the unexpected, to constantly reinvent yourselves, and to be just a little weird, as you have in the past. That, if anything, is the McGill Law sound. Je termine en m'adressant à vous, les parents, conjoints, amis et rejetons de nos diplômés. You have known for a long time that your child, your spouse, your friend, your mother, your father, who is graduating today, is an exceptional human being. You know how great it is to be around him, to be next to her. Imagine spending your days with 170 of them. This is the life of professors at McGill's unique Faculty of Law. This is our life. On this beautiful day, I stand here and say, on behalf of all my colleagues, how incredibly fortunate we are to live this life. I want to thank the men and women of the class of 2011 for sharing with us a bit of their own lives. Félicitations et longue vie à la classe de 2011.